الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. Alhamdulillah. Yesterday we started Surah Al-Anbiya. Inshallah, today we will finish and we will go into Surah Al-Hajj, and then after that we will go into Surah Al-Mu'minun. In this little time we have one thing to talk about in Surah Al-Anbiya. It literally is named the Surah of the Prophets. And in this surah, inshallah, in a little bit, you will hear the names of many of the prophets that we are familiar with. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, near the end of the surah, He goes into one section which really shows us that something to take for our own lives. And that is whenever we are in distress, whenever we feel like we have nowhere else to turn, what is our response? What is our response when we feel like all the doors around us are closing? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this passage gives us example after example of people that this happened to. And a lot of the times we read the stories about the prophets, about the Anbiya, and we read them as faraway stories about people in a faraway land that we can't relate to. But these stories are in the Quran so that we can realize that these were also people. These were also human beings. They were prophets, yes, but they were human beings like me and you. And they were tested far more than me and you are tested. And how is it that they were able to stay strong? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this section, He starts off with the Prophet Ayub alayhi salam. And this Prophet of Allah, very briefly, he was given money, he was given wealth, he was given children. And Shaitan has a conversation, Iblis has a conversation with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and says, this slave of yours, you've given him so much and he is grateful. You've given him money, you've given him children, you've given him all these good things. And Iblis says to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but I think that if you take all this away from him, he would no longer be grateful. That the only reason he is grateful to you, O Allah, is because he has all these good things. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He knows His slave, He knows us better than we know ourselves. So He responds to Iblis, He says, I will give you power for just a little bit to take away whatever you want from him, and see how he responds to that. And sure enough, when Iblis, he goes and takes away Prophet Ayub sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he takes away his wealth, he takes away his children, and he afflicts him with the sickness. So this man that had everything, this man that was so blessed, now he is reduced to a sick man that's even rejected by society. He's living on the outskirts. No one even comes to him but his wife because of the sickness that he has. And in this moment, when he feels that there is no doors left, when he feels that he is in this state of desperation, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala picks up the story in this surah. He says, وَأَيُّوبَ إِذْ نَادَى رَبَّهُ أَنِّي مَسَّنِيَ الضُّرُّ وَأَنْتَ أَرْحَمُ الرَّاحِمِينَ. And Ayyub, when he called out to his Lord and he said, indeed, hardship, affliction has touched me. And he doesn't even say, Allah, take this affliction away from me. He just says, hardship has touched me. وَأَنْتَ أَرْحَمُ الرَّاحِمِينَ. And Allah, you are the most merciful. He doesn't even say, Allah, take this away from me. He just says, Allah, you know. And how much of us, sometimes we feel like this, that we're in so much pain, we feel so cornered, that we can't even finish the sentence. And this is Prophet Ayub alayhi salam. He says, Allah, pain has touched me, affliction has touched me. And you, وَأَنْتَ أَرْحَمُ الرَّاحِمِينَ. That's it. Not even able to finish the sentence. And in the very next ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَاسْتَجَبْنَا لَهُ فَكَشَفْنَا مَا بِهِ مِن ضُرٍّ. That we responded to him. And whatever affliction we had afflicted him with, we took that up away from him. And in a couple of ayahs later, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us the example of وَذَنُّونِ إِذْ ذَهَبَ مُغَاضِبًا of Yunus alayhi salam. When he goes away from his people before he gets permission to do so. And he also falls into a calamity. He gets swallowed by a whale in the bottom of the ocean. And in this situation, when he feels like all doors have closed, when he feels like there's nobody that can help him, when he feels completely like there is no hope, what does he say? وَذَنُّونِ إِذْ ذَهَبَ مُغَاضِبًا فَظَنَّ أَن لَّن نَّقْدِرَ عَلَيْهِ فَنَادَى فِي الظُّلُمَاتِ أَن لَّا إِلَهَ إِلَّا أَنْتَ سُبْحَانَكَ إِنِّي كُنْتُ مِنَ الظَّالِمِينَ. He calls out to Allah. When there's no one else to call to, just like Ayub alayhi salam, he also calls out to Allah. And he says, La ilaha illa ant, there is no one worthy of worship except you. Inni kuntu min al-zalimin, I have been amongst the wrongdoers. Oh Allah, please rescue me from this. Again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is showing us through His prophets that when every door is closed, When you feel like there's no way out, this one door is always open. When you feel like there's no strength to be found anywhere, you will always find strength with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then he continues a couple of ayahs later. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about Zakaria. Wa Zakaria idh nada rabbahu rabbi la tadharni farda. When he calls out to his Lord, Lord, oh my Lord, do not leave me without any offspring. Wa anta khayrul warithin. That even though I am old, my wife is old, you are the best of inheritors. And again, he calls out to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he doesn't think about the science behind it. He doesn't think about the probability. Oh, I'm old, how's this going to happen? My wife is old, how's this going to happen? He just says, Allah, I want offspring and I know that you are capable over all things. And sure enough, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala responds to his dua. These are lessons for us that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us. These were people, these were men like me and you. These were people like me and you. These were people that were afflicted, people that felt like they had nowhere else to turn. And in that moment, they turned to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and they responded to Him. And we'll skip to Surah Al-Hajj, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is speaking to Ibrahim alayhi salam. And He tells Ibrahim alayhi salam, after Ibrahim alayhi salam is in the place which is now Mecca, and he's built this Kaaba, and there's nobody around except Ibrahim alayhi salam and his son. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells him, وَأَذِّن فِي النَّاسِ بِالْحَجِّ, that call out to the people for Hajj. Call out to this empty desert. And Ibrahim alayhi salam doesn't say, who is here that's going to hear me? Who is here that's going to respond to my call? This is an empty, barren land. No trees even grow here. It's only me and my son. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala still says, وَأَذِّن فِي النَّاسِ بِالْحَجِّ, and He says, they will come to you from every land, on foot, on camel, from every deep pass, they will come to you. But you have to put the call out, Ibrahim. You have to put the call out and they will come to you. And Ibrahim alayhi salam does just that. And how many of us from this masjid know of people this week, last week, going to Umrah, people going to Hajj every single year, responding to the call of Ibrahim alayhi salam. And just like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes care of that response of Ibrahim alayhi salam, He just tells Ibrahim alayhi salam to call, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes care of that response. Just like that, when me and you are in a situation, like the prophets mentioned in Surah Al-Anbiya, when me and you are in a situation where we feel like there's no way out, hardship that we feel like there's no solution to, just put the call out to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Raise your hands and put the call out to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because the same Rabb that told Ibrahim alayhi salam to call out, and He took care of the response. He brought people for generations, for thousands of years. He brought people from every single place. That same Rabb, when you feel like you have no way out, just call out to Him and He will take care of the response. But you have to have that trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The same trust that Ayub had, the same trust that Zakaria had, the same trust that Yunus had, alayhimus salam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to extract these lessons and practice them from the Quran. Jazakumullahu khairan. Please rise for Isha, inshallah.